Late last week, the Korean government announced a new tax plan proposal which sparked backlash among the general public as well as politicians.
On Monday, President Park Geun-hye moved to quell the discontent as opposition lawmakers took to the streets. Our Kim Yeon-ji reports on the latest at the National Assembly.
The main opposition Democratic Party has called the government's proposal a tax bomb on the middle class and launched a fresh public protest outside the National Assembly. The government's proposal was forecast to rake in more taxes from the top 28% of all salaried workers, who earn about $31,000 annually or more. On Monday, the DP set up a special committee to protest the tax plan and kicked off a campaign in the streets to collect signatures from citizens who opposed the proposal. Responding to the mounting criticism, President Park Geun-hye on Monday ordered her officials to rewrite the tax code from scratch. The ruling Central Party welcomed the president's decision and urged the Democratic Party to end its street protests and come back to the National Assembly.
A signature-seeking campaign is something that only civic groups do, not lawmakers. The Democratic Party should come back to the National Assembly.
However, the Democratic Party says it will continue its two-track strategy, working both inside and outside of the National Assembly.
The Democratic Party has never given up working at the National Assembly. It's our two-track policy. We are meeting with ordinary people outside the National Assembly while actively engaged in negotiations with the ruling party.
On Monday afternoon, the DP lawmakers taking part in the street protests came back to the National Assembly to cast votes over whether to extend a special probe into the National Intelligence Agency, which stands accused of meddling in last year's presidential election. A full-member assembly approved a plan to extend the probe by 8 days to August 23rd. The investigation into the spy agency's scandal, along with the tax code revision issue, will be the focus of legislative activities for the remainder of August. Kim Yeon-ji, Arirang News.